Imagine a complex, three-dimensional fractal container, spontaneously designed in a digital void to perfectly optimize heat transfer. No human drafted the blueprints. No human ran the simulations. In 2019, a scientist named Dr. Stephen Thaler took the designs for this container, along with a new type of emergency warning light, and filed official patent applications across the globe. On the submission forms, he left the space for his own name completely blank. Instead, Thaler listed the inventor as DABUS. DABUS is an artificial intelligence system, specifically a device for the autonomous bootstrapping of unified sentience, programmed to generate novel ideas without human intervention. This document shows the immediate response from patent offices in the US, UK, and Europe: outright rejection. Under current laws, an inventor must be a natural person with the legal capacity to hold property. An AI cannot own property. This rejection forces a 19th century property system to confront a 21st century autonomous creator. If a machine can independently engineer a viable product, but the law refuses to recognize it, the mechanism used to reward global innovation stalls. To understand why this system is breaking, we have to look at the basic bargain of patent law. A government grants an inventor a temporary monopoly on their creation. In exchange, the inventor must publicly disclose exactly how the invention works, teaching the public how to replicate it once the patent expires. This diagram illustrates the black box disclosure problem. Traditional mechanics are completely explainable. You can map every gear. But an AI operates on hidden, uninterpretable node connections. Because they adjust autonomously, even creators cannot explain the exact logic, failing the legal requirement of public disclosure. This lack of explainability triggered formal legal threats. In India, pre-grant oppositions were filed against the DABUS application under the Indian Patents Act, arguing that the hidden decision-making process withheld material information from the public. The result is a global legal vacuum. Humanity is now producing life-saving drug discoveries and engineering marvels that we are unable to protect because we cannot interpret the math that built them. As these technical failures ripple outward, the global response has fractured, triggering an international legal arms race across different continents. This document details the 2025 pivot from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The USPTO reaffirmed that only human beings making a significant contribution can be listed as inventors. The US framework is absolute. AI is strictly classified as a tool, not an inventor. Europe has adopted a similarly strict posture. The European Patent Office enforces rules requiring a human, prioritizing tight regulation, ethics, and risk control over granting autonomy to machines. This table maps diverging global postures. While the West tightens rules, China executes an aggressive strategy centered on high filing volumes. Looking at the anomalies, India lacks a clear framework, while South Africa actually granted the DABUS patent due to its lenient system. The legal definition of an inventor is no longer universal. A once unified global property system has dissolved into a volatile environment where superpowers operate by completely different rulebooks. Whoever resolves this legal friction gets to monopolize the next era of drug discovery, material science, and global engineering. Look at this map showing AI patents granted globally. China, marked in solid black, holds over 200,000 patents, securing a massive lead. By contrast, Europe's fragmented ecosystem and strict laws result in a fraction of those numbers, leaving the continent lagging far behind. If Western frameworks refuse to adapt, critical research and development will either stall completely or immediately migrate to jurisdictions with more permissive laws. This library of blueprints is now split by a digital fault line. On one side, we force generative models into a rigid, human-centric legal box. On the other, we radically restructure our concept of ownership to include autonomous machines. This conflict is not a philosophical debate about giving civil rights to software. It is a desperate, multi-billion-dollar fight over which nations will legally own the intelligence that invents the future.